This is me doing a conventional deadlift. And this is also me, yep, this sexy man, doing a sumo deadlift. But what actually is the difference between the two lifts? Which lift will I be stronger on? Which builds the most physical muscle mass? These are all questions I wanted to find out. Just before the video starts, I want to say that this is just off research which I have got from the people I've spoken to the research I've done myself. I'm not saying that this is 100% accurate. There's always going to be debates about this stuff. I'm just going to put my hands up and say that. Let's carry on with the video. Form. What is the difference between the physical motions of the two lifts? For conventional deadlift, your feet are usually a bit less than shoulder width apart, and you'll place your hands outside of your legs. You pull the bar up trying to keep a straight back throughout the lift, lock it out but don't go too far back, and then you put the weight back down. Sumo. This time you want your feet out to be as wide as possible, and your hands go in between your legs. Pick the bar up, making sure your knees stay pointing out, and your back is still straight. Lock out, but once again not too far, and then put down the weight. That's a very brief overview of how the two lifts work. I'll leave in the description links to more detailed explanations. Now when it comes to the difficulty of learning the two types of lifts, personally I noticed that they were both relatively easy to get the hang of. However, absolutely perfecting it, I mean, I've not got that yet. I still have a lot of improvements to do on my lifts. Just the key is to make sure that you're doing it safe. Which muscle groups do each of the lifts work? While as a whole they target basically the same muscles, there's a little bit of variation. First, some of the main muscle groups that both the deadlifts target are the glutes, the quads, hamstrings, erector spinal muscles, arm muscles, shoulder muscles, and these shown here if you want to get more complex about it. So then what is the difference between the two? In the sumo deadlift, due to your wider stance, your hips and quads will be worked more than the conventional deadlift. Whereas in contrast, the conventional deadlift works the posterior chain more, a key of that being the back. To put it super simply, I would say that sumo more legs and conventional is more back, but once again they both use both of them to a pretty high degree. Now for the fun stuff. Which out of the two will I be able to lift the most physical weight with? Just really quickly, let me thank today's sponsors of the video. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly interrupt the video just for 60 seconds to thank today's sponsor of the video, which is Surfshark. Surfshark is a VPN service, and when I'm not absolutely destroying PRs in the gym, I'm eating food to try and recoup my muscles, and when I eat food I like to watch Netflix with that. It just helps me get it down quicker, but it's pretty common that there's not much in the UK Netflix compared to stuff like the US Netflix, Japan Netflix. That's where Surfshark comes in. One click of a button and you can unlock 15 of the largest Netflix country libraries. For example, if I go on the UK Netflix and I type in Marvel, there's nothing. If I then change my location to somewhere in the US like Chicago, as you can see, there's so many more options. That's just one of many examples. If you just want to try it out, you can get a 30-day money back guarantee, so if you don't like it you can get your money back, aka giving it a try risk-free. So if you want to get the VPN, click the link in the description and enter my promo code JoeFazer for 83% off and 3 extra months free. Thank you again Surfshark. I never really do sponsor videos, so I really appreciate it. Now let's get back onto deadlifting. Okay, so which is better for strength? This is what I wanted to find out. Which out of the two lifts could I physically lift the most pounds with? So I got to researching.
So choosing between the sumo and conventional deadlift, do you need both?
After a lot of self-research, honestly I found a lot of contradicting opinions. So I wanted to speak to some people who have done a lot of research into this. Okay, so I'm currently learning all about deadlifts with the man himself, Max.
What's up, guys?
But yeah, I'm learning a lot.
It also depends on the biomechanics of the person.
One's not easier than the other. It's dependent on the person and how they're built, kind of.
Yes.
So here's what I concluded. The best lift for you is usually determined by your structure. According to a study which analysed both sumo and conventional style deadlifts, individuals with longer torsos may gain an advantage, at least in regards to 1 rep maxes, by adopting the sumo stance. However, everyone is built different, and this may not be the case even if you do have a long torso. Look at Thor as an example. A man with an extremely long torso, but he hit the world record deadlift with conventional. So did Eddie Hall with his 500 kilograms, conventional. However, once again in contrast, most people who enter powerlifting meets usually pull sumo. Honestly, the best thing to do is just try them both out for yourself and see which ones feel better for you. I wanted to see if there was any significant difference between my sumo deadlift and my conventional deadlift. It was 1 rep max time. Okay, so we're in the garage. It is time for 1 rep max testing. And first up, today, I'm going to be doing conventional. Need to chuck on some chalk. This just helps with grip in general. Okay, this is 170 kilograms. There's like a 1% chance of me getting this, but we'll give it a shot. Come on, Joe, you got this. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go! I'm so hyped. Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest, I watched over the footage and my form went a bit. I'll put my hands up and say that. Technically, would I recommend doing these types of RP 10 1 maxes? I don't know. I just find it a bit of fun. If you are seriously like screwing up your form, then no. Like if it's dangerous level, then no. But my form went a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. My hips raised a bit fast, but yeah, I'm really happy with that. Now I'll see you in a couple days for when I go for my sumo attempts. Okay, so we're back in the gym. It's been a couple days. Let's do a sumo deadlift to see if we can beat the conventional. Now, if the research I'd done is correct, my sumo should be more than my conventional, so I had 170 kilos to beat. This is 160. I'm gonna see how this feels, and that'll kind of help me determine how well I'm gonna do. You got it. That one easy. I'm not sure whether I'm going to get this, but we'll give it a try as long as I don't screw up my form. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot. Come on, let's do this. Come on. Good boy, good. Yeah. Oh, come on. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Oh. Okay, so I got 180 kilos, new one at max. The conventional and the sumo have been done very close to each other without any training in between. That shows that I am better built for sumo, considering that for my whole life I've been training conventional. That's also one thing I need to say. Ever since I've started lifting, the only form of deadlift I've been doing is conventional. And as I carried on lifting throughout my time, I was never doing sumo. I've only just started properly training sumo about a month ago, and already it's beating my conventional. So this definitely backs up the genetics and how you're built will affect which lift you're stronger at. But what about better for size? What builds the most muscle mass physically? Now, after looking around, this had a bit more of a straightforward answer. Due to the sumo deadlift having a shorter range of motion because your wider stance puts you closer to the bar, the conventional deadlift builds more muscle. This is due to its bigger range of motion and more lat erector spinae and posterior chain involvement. And this is why you'll see more conventional deadlifts featured in bodybuilding programs compared to sumo deadlifts. Okay, and that is the video. So all in all, if you're training for size, I'd personally recommend doing the conventional deadlift. And if you're going for strength, I mean, I wouldn't really recommend either. I'd recommend just trying them both and seeing which you're better at. In addition, like myself, I train both of them, both sumo and conventional, so there's no harm in doing that. This is a massively debated topic in the world of fitness. I know that some people have different opinions and views than me. I'd like to hear them down below, honestly, what you think and what you're better at. But yeah, I really hope this video could help in the tiniest way. Let me know how, because most people start with conventional. If you're going to start sumo, let me know how it goes. Yeah, cheers guys. Yo, what's up guys? Hope you're having a great day. As you can see, not that many people who watch the videos are actually subscribed to the channel. I'd really appreciate it if you could just hit the subscribe button. Yeah, cheers guys.